Hello students, how are you all? Welcome to Tungal online classes. In the last session, we have completed D block elements. The last topic in this unit is F block elements. So in this session, I am going to discuss F block elements. F block elements means the differentiating electron enters into the F subshell or n minus 2 shell, also called penultimate shell. For example, it is fourth shell, fifth shell, sixth shell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the last shell, ultimate shell, and it is penultimate shell. It is anti-penultimate shell. It is nth shell. It is n minus 1. It is n minus 2. Right? If the differentiating electron enter into the n minus 2 shell, those are called F block elements. The differentiating electron enters into F subshell is also called n minus 2 F shell. It is n minus 2 F shell or anti-penultimate shell called F block elements, Okay. Now F block elements are also called inner transition elements. F block elements also called inner transition elements, because lanthanoids, if you observe, 57 to 71 atomic number, those are lanthanoids. For example, 57 to 71, these are lanthanoids, 4F series elements, F block elements. Before that, 58, 57 and 72. 57 lanthanum, 72 is hafnium. It is a D block element, it is also D block element. In between these two D block elements, there is a presence of 14 F block elements, those are lanthanoids. That's why these are present in between 57 to 58 to 71 belongs to F block, present in between two D block elements. Hence, these are called inner transition elements because these are existed between D block elements, hence called inner transition elements. So, inner transition elements or F block elements contains two series of elements. Okay. So, now F block contains two series of elements. Those are, first series is 4F series, second series is 5F series of elements. 4F series and 5F series of elements. 4F series elements called lanthanoids and 5F series elements called actinoids. 5F series elements called actinoids, these are called lanthanoids. So, lanthanoids are starting from atomic number 58 to 71. Starting element is cerium to lutetium. Last element 58 to 71. Similarly, actinoids are from 90 to 103. Atomic number 90 to 103. The elements are starting one, thorium to lawrencium. So, this is thorium to lawrencium, 14 elements. Here the differentiating electron enters into 4f subshell, the differentiating electron into 5f subshell. In your syllabus, this is the topic deleted, actually actinoids deleted. So for us they gave only 4f series elements, those are lanthanoids. Why they were named as lanthanoids? These 14 elements follows lanthanum element, that's why called lanthanoids. Okay, so these 14 elements follow lanthanum, hence called lanthanoid. And these 14 elements follow an element actinium, hence called actinoids. These 14 elements follow actinium, hence called actinoids. This is the name, students. Okay, lanthanoids. Lanthanoids, if you observe, starting from cerium to lutetium. Before that, the first element is lanthanum. So these all 14 elements properties are resemblance to that of lanthanum, and actinoids, these thorium to lawrencium, resemblance with that of which one? Actinium. Lanthanum closely resemblance to lanthanoids, and actinium closely resemblance to actinoids. Hence, we have to usually include lanthanum in lanthanoid discussion, actinium in actinoid discussion. Actually, lanthanum is not a 4f series element. Before this, lanthanum is there. It is not 4f series. Cerium from this starts. But lanthanum also we will include in the study of lanthanoids because the resemblance. Lanthanum resembles the lanthanoids, and actinium resembles the actinoids. Hence, lanthanum and actinium included in any discussion of lanthanoids and actinoids, in any discussion of lanthanoids or actinoids. It means lanthanum included in the discussion of lanthanoids, actinium included in the discussion of actinoids, right? Next, position in the periodic table. If you observe, this is a S block element, these are D block, these are P block, and bottom there are two series of elements bottom. So this is okay. Now bottom two series of elements, getting all of you. So one is 4f series, another one is 5f series. There are two series of elements, S block, P block, D block, and F block contains two series. So F block elements are located at the bottom of the periodic table. Because of their unique properties, we placed at the bottom to arrange elements, right? F block elements arranged at the bottom of the periodic table, right? It is the position. Now our topic is, first one, lanthanoids. Those are called 4f series elements. So this is lanthanoid 4f series elements. Lanthanoids are also called rare earth elements. Lanthanoids also called rare earth elements. This is the name which is not suitable because all lanthanoids are not rare. Yes, they are available. So, but it's not a fixed name for this. Okay. General electronic configuration of F block. First of all, we will discuss. F block elements are. So, first one is n minus 2 F 1 to 14, n minus 1 D 0 to 1, ns2. This is, you just observe clearly students, last shell. This is last but 1. This is last but 2. This is nucleus, just imagine. 1, 2, 3, 4th shell it is, 5th shell it is, 6th shell. N must be 6. Getting? It is shells, these are all the shells. Now the general electronic configuration is n minus 1, which one that is n minus 2 F D block elements, n minus 2 F 1 to 14, n minus 1 D 0 to 1, and ns2 is the configuration for which one? F block elements. Now you just observe clearly students, where n is equal to 6, 6 minus 2 4 F 1 to 14, 6 minus 1 5 D 0 to 1, 6 6s2. It is general electronic configuration of lanthanoids. General electronic configuration of lanthanoids. If it is actinoids, 5F14. Next 6D 0 to 1 and 7s2. N is equal to 7 for actinoids. For actinoids they didn't give in our syllabus, they deleted, you just remember. So next, after this, what are the elements present in the first series, 4F series in the F block? 4F series called lanthanoids. So cerium to lutetium. Cerium atomic number 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67. This is 67, and under this only it is 67. Next 68, 69, 70, 71. Totally 14 elements from 58 to 71. Before this lanthanum is there, we are studying lanthanum usually in the study of lanthanoids. Lanthanum is not a F block element. Now 58 cerium, 59 praseodymium, neodymium, promethium, samarium, europium, gadolinium, terbium, dysprosium. Next holmium, next erbium, thulium, ytterbium and lutetium. These are all maximum scientist names actually. And their electronic configuration. Electronic configuration for lanthanum is xenon, first element is xenon, 5D1, 6s2. And here 4F1, 5D1, 6s2. It means differentiating electron into F. So 4F3, actually 4F2, 5D1, 6s2. D1 enters into F, F2 becomes F3 because 4F and 5D energy is almost close, chance to exchange. Next 4F4, 4F5, 4F6, 4F7, 4F7 it is also because to get stability again 5D1 enters, 4F9, 4F10, 6s2 common. Next 4F11, 6s2, 4F12, 6s2, 4F13, 6s2. 4F14, 6s2, 4F14, 6s1, 5D1, 6s2, 5D1. Stable means, actually F14 stable, F7 also stable. It is completely filled configuration, it is a half filled configuration. Completely and half filled configurations are more stable as we know that. Next, now in this occurrence of lanthanoids. Occurrence of lanthanoids. Here the stable configurations are, I am telling you now. So 4F7, 6s2 stable, 4F7, 6s2 here also 5D1 is there, leave it, 4F7 stable. Next after that 4F14 stable, 4F14 6D1 6S2 stable, that is. So it means last two elements and these two elements are more stable. You have to remember, students. Next, after that, occurrence of lanthanoids. Lanthanoids occur in monazite sand. It contains phosphates of thorium, phosphates of lanthanum, cerium, presidium, niobium. It contains phosphates of thorium, phosphates of lanthanum, cerium, presidium, neodymium, etc. And also heavy lanthanoid phosphates. It means heavy means the last one, students, ytterbium, lanthanoid phosphates. So it is a mixture in which we will get lanthanoids as a phosphate. Okay. Next, physical properties of lanthanoids. Physical properties of lanthanoids. Generally, these are in silvery white color. They can be easily oxidized like iron. Few points are there, we'll discuss now. So, all the lanthanoids are silvery white. All lanthanoids are in silvery white color. Next, tarnish rapidly in air. Tarnish, it means oxidized, it means rusted. Tarnish rapidly in air. Okay. Next, hardness increases. These are very hard because mass number increases. Even density also increases for these metals. That's why hard. And acting as metals, these are melting and boiling points are ranging from 1000 Kelvin to 1200 Kelvins. But for samarium, the melting point is 623 Kelvins. Little high due to its stable configuration, right? Because of its typical structure, It means the structure is different because of the arrangement of samarium atoms in the samarium metal. Okay. Next, density. These are all metals. Because top to bottom metallic character increases. Top different elements, bottom most elements, that's why metallic character increases. Metals, good conductors of heat and electricity. These are all properties. Next one, density of lanthanoids. From left to right, it means cerium to lutetium, density will be increases because left to right size decreases, volume decreases. So size decreases, nothing but volume decreases, hence density will be increases, ranging from 6.77 to 9.74, ranging from 6.74 to 772 gram per centimeter cube to 9.74 gram per centimeter cube it is. Okay, this is a density. Next, these are all showing color in aqueous solution because of the FF transitions. In D block elements, they will show color due to the DD transition. exchanges. Electron jump from higher energy to lower energy, then radiation releases in the form of electromagnetic radiation in visible region. That's why you can observe color. Similarly here also, due to FF transitions, yes, in aqueous solution, the ions of lanthanoids show color due to FF transitions. These are F block elements, hence FF transitions are possible, right? Next, after that, examples are, okay, examples for colored ions are, first one, La plus 3 and Lu plus 3, lanthanum plus 3 and lutetium plus 3. Lanthanum configuration 5d1 6s2. If plus 3 means 3 electrons must be removed. Getting all of you? So S2 2 and D1 1, totally 3 removed, 5d1, 5d0, 6s0. Lutetium means totally 4f14, 6s2, 5d1. It means removed 3 electrons. So 4f14 as it is, 6s2 becomes 6s0 and 5d1 becomes 5s0. F14 means no unpaired electron. Unpaired electrons are not there, no exchange of energy. That's why by unpaired electrons you have to remember, students, FF transitions or DD transitions possible by only unpaired electrons. Here completely paired, these two having no unpaired electron, hence no color, hence colorless, One more example for colored ions we will see, neodymium plus 3 and erbium plus 3, Nd plus 3 and Er plus 3. You just observe, Nd 4f4 6s2, plus 3 means 3 must be removed. 3 means 2 from S 6s0, 1 from F. F contains 3 unpaired electrons, that's why color. And next one is erbium. So where is that erbium? 4f12 6s2. It means 6s0, 2 from, 1 from this one. That's why 11 it is. This one, students. Okay. Now there is a chance to get unpaired electrons. These are in pink colored compound. Pink color. Due to the presence of unpaired electron. Unpaired electron. Hence these are colored. Like that many are there, students. Okay. After that, paramagnetism. So actually these will show paramagnetic character due to the presence of unpaired electrons. Due to the presence of unpaired electrons. So these are paramagnetic. It means they can show paramagnetic nature, magnetism. So examples are especially neodymium, best example. Nd shows maximum paramagnetic nature. Exception one, very important one. Which of the lanthanoid element shows maximum paramagnetic nature? That is neodymium, remember. Now all lanthanoids are non-radioactive elements actually, except two. One is samarium, another one is promethium. Yes, all lanthanoids are non-radioactive. They are not radioactive except samarium and promethium, indicated by PM. Very important. Samarium and promethium are radioactive elements. Few periodic properties we will discuss now. First one is atomic size or atomic radii. We studied already atomic size, atomic radii, lanthanoid contraction, that is okay. So atomic size also called atomic radii. Okay. Generally left to right size will be decreases because differentiating electron into same subshell, that is F subshell. That's why all electrons attracted towards nucleus side, size will be decreases. Generally left to right size decreases, right? The decrease in size is quite small, very small, because of these are 4f electrons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. 4f. 4f forms a weak screen. Then obviously these electrons are attracted towards nucleus side. Imperfect screening or shielding of 4f orbitals, the outermost 5d and 6s electrons attracted towards the nucleus side, then size will be regularly decreases, steadily decreases, very less decrease. The decrease in size, is quite small, very small it is, right? Now the important topic is lanthanoid contraction, already discussed in D block elements, okay. The steady decrease in the size of lanthanoids called lanthanoid contraction. The steady decrease in size of lanthanoids called lanthanoid contraction. Reason, due to imperfect shielding of 4f electrons. Reason, due to imperfect shielding of 4f electrons, okay. Consequences already given students, because of this the 4d and 5d series elements are having almost same size. So 4d and 5d series elements having same size, almost close. If size is same, obviously physical properties of 4d and 5d series elements are almost close or same. Next, after that, it is very difficult to isolate them because all are in almost same size. So difficult to isolate them because, okay, those are in very close sized manner. The decrease in atomic radii is 183 to 173. So cerium, so this is cerium 183 to lutetium 173. It means only how much decreased here? 10 picometers only decreased. Only 10 picometers. Generally the size decreases 183, 173, 163, 153, 143, 123, 113, 103. Like that it should be decreased. Finally it should around 63. But practically due to the imperfect shielding, it steadily decreased, slowly decreased. The decrease is very less. That is only 10 picometers from first element to the 14th element. That's what we need to remember. Next one, ionization enthalpy values. Ionization enthalpy of F block elements are lanthanoids. Ionization enthalpies of F block elements. First ionization enthalpy, it means to remove the first electron. More energy or less energy required. First IE1 of lanthanoids is 600 kilojoule per mole to remove first electron. To remove second electron, the energy required is 1200 kilojoules per mole, which is equal to calcium ionization enthalpy. It means these elements IE1 and IE2 values are very close to alkaline and alkaline earth metals. IE1 and IE2 values are equal to alkaline and alkaline earth metals, first A and second A group elements very close to each other. Next, due to high ionization, especially if you observe, these are present at the bottom of the periodic table. Top to bottom size increases to remove electron with least energy sufficient. That's why. So, ionization enthalpy of F block, nothing but we are studying lanthanoids, are very less when compared with other elements due to bottom position size increases. Hence, they can easily remove electron with less energy, then forms metal ion. Hence, these are more metallic. So, these are more metallic. Getting all of you? Because of less ionization enthalpy values, they can show more metallic nature, right? Metallic means, now we'll discuss SRP values, standard reduction potential values. It means I wrote clearly, easily remove electron. Removal of electron called M to M plus 3. So that is by losing 3 electrons called oxidation it is. For oxidation, low SRP required. It means negative SRP value required. Hence, the SRP of lanthanoids is very low because they are undergoing oxidation. Getting all of you? Hence, it is very low because they are undergoing oxidation. If it is low, oxidation favors and the metal ion converted into, what is that students? Metal converted into metal ion, very low. So, negative values ranging from, these values are ranging from, so it is minus 2.2 to minus 2. The range is 4 volts it is. Standard reduction potential values. Exceptionally for europium, EU, minus 2.0 volts. Okay, this is standard reduction potential. They can undergo oxidation. Hence, these are good reducing agents. It means themselves involved in which one? Oxidations. The species itself involved in oxidation, acting as a reducing agent. The last property is oxidation number. Oxidation number of what are they? Lanthanoids. Yes, it is very, very important. Oxidation number. Generally, if you observe clearly, general electronic configuration n-2f 1 to 14, n-1d 0 to 1, ns2. It means 2 and 1, these will be easily removed. So, totally 3 electrons removed. If you removed 3 electrons, you can keep a charge that is plus 3. General oxidation state general oxidation state is equal to plus 3 for these elements, common oxidation state. So, for these plus 2 and plus 4, plus 2, plus 4, plus 7 up to plus 7 and higher oxidation states also possible, okay. Maximum plus 4, plus 2, plus 7 maximum possible. Now, in 4F0 cerium plus 4, if you take cerium plus 4, next one is terbium plus 4, next one is europium plus 2, next one is ytterbium plus 2, last one is ytterbium plus 2. You just observe this oxidation state. Plus 4, cerium 5F1, 4F1, 5D1, 6S2. 4 electrons removed, then only plus 4. That's why 4F0 and 5D0, 6S0. Stable in plus 4. Terbium plus 4, where is terbium? This one terbium, 4F9, 6S2. From 4F9, if you remove 4, then 4F, what will you get for terbium plus 4? Okay, 2 from 6S because 6S0, 6S2. 2 more from 4F9 becomes 4F7. 4F7 is half filled, more stable. Similarly, europium plus 2, EU. Where is that europium plus 2? This one, europium plus 2. That is 4F7, 6S2. So, if you removed 2 electrons from 6S, then 6S0, 4F7. Half filled, stable. And YB plus 2. 6S2 becomes 6S0 by losing 2 electrons. 4F14 left. 14 means completely filled. It means plus 2 and plus 4 oxidation states are stable by getting completely filled configurations or stable configurations. Generally here plus 2 and plus 4 also possible by their stable electronic configuration. General oxidation state is plus 3, right? So, in lanthanoids there is a unique character, lanthanoids. Elements are trying to attain general oxidation state, that is plus 3 oxidation state. It means plus 2 is there trying to become plus 3, plus 4 is there trying to become plus 3. Even though plus 2 plus 3 stable, but they would like to convert into plus 3 state because it is common for all. So, every element, even though it is stable, it is trying to become common with all other elements. That is why they will trying to become in plus 3 oxidation state from plus 2 and plus 4. Europium plus 2, if you observe, converted into europium plus 3, it is europium plus 3. It means it is losing one more electron than 4F6, 6S0, right? Losing electron. Losing electron means itself involved in oxidation it is. It is acting as reducing agent. Itself involved in oxidation by losing electron, acting as reducing agent. Similarly, ytterbium plus 2, by losing one electron, YB plus 3, then one more electron must be removed, that is 4F13, 6S0. It is stable configuration, but even then stable configuration is there. It is trying to become a general common oxidation state along with other elements. In that manner, it is losing one electron, itself involved in oxidation, then acting as reducing agent it is, right? Next, after that, cerium plus 4, trying to become cerium plus 3, because most common oxidation state is plus 3, plus 4 is stable. Even then, the cerium plus 4 trying to become plus 3 along with all elements common oxidation state, that is, okay, it is plus 4, it gains one electron, students, gaining plus 4 1 minus electron, then plus 3. So obviously gaining means reduction, it is itself involved in reduction, hence acting as oxidizing agent. Cerium plus 4 is oxidizing agent by terbium plus 4, it is next one, terbium plus 4. By gaining one electron, it is by gaining, it becomes terbium plus 3, plus 4 and 1 electron 1 minus, then becomes plus 3. Gaining means reduction, then it is acting as itself involved in reduction, acting as oxidizing agent. Cerium plus 4 and terbium plus 4 by gaining electrons, reduction, itself acting as oxidizing agents, and europium plus 2 and ytterbium plus 2 by what is that, losing electrons, itself involved in oxidation, acting as reducing agents. That's what you need to keep in your mind, very very important. Understood, students? So chemical properties, chemical behavior not given in our syllabus, it was deleted. Next topic is actinoids, that was also deleted from our syllabus as per latest announcements. Okay, so that's why with this D and F block elements completed, the last topic is applications or uses of D and F block elements, that is. Okay, few uses, students, D and F block elements and their uses. So iron especially used for building construction. Iron alloys are there like steel. To prepare hard materials we will use iron alloys. And titanium oxide used in a pigment industry, it means a color industry. MnO2 used in dry cells. Nickel, zinc, cadmium rods are used as electrodes in batteries. So group 11 elements are called coins elements. It means a mixture of 2 or more elements then forms different coins, copper coins, silver coins, gold coins, like that. These are all used as catalysts, many process. TiCl4 and trimethyl aluminum called Ziegler-Natta catalyst, used for the polyethylene preparation as a catalyst. Next, vanadium pentoxide used as a catalyst in sulfuric acid, we discussed already. Iron used as a catalyst in the Haber's process to prepare ammonia. Ni used as a catalyst for hydrogenation, to add hydrogen to alkenes or alkynes. Nickel used as a catalyst. So alkyne converted into what is that, ethanol, ethanol it is. PDCl2 is used as a catalyst. Palladium is a D block element. That process is called as a Waker's process. Nickel complexes used as a catalyst in the polymerization of alkynes, otherwise benzene compounds. And silver bromide used in photographic industry on reels especially. Students, with this our syllabus completed. This is the last topic left, which is F block element, D and F block elements. With this topic, D and F block elements completed. Okay, right. And all the best to your preparatory exams. Study well.